Have you ever met a truly, truly good person? Not someone who is just nice or happy. I mean someone who is good. Someone who is so starched and ironed by their own goodness that you don't want to sit too close to them because you might wrinkle them. They are often very good people. They are very important to the community. They do say and believe all the right things. But aren't they just so tiring? There is a weight on them, a sense of seriousness, a deep lack of cosmic humor, and if you are very quiet with yourself, you might notice that they make you feel, well, kind of wrong, not very nice, a little bit of a mess. You see, their righteousness depends completely on its opposite. It needs to be set against a background of unrighteousness. And this, my friends, is where the trap starts. It's one of the most complicated, painful, and beautiful games we humans ever learn to play. The name of the game is the heavy burden of being righteous. What is the start of this game? Oh, it starts when someone tells you in some way that you are not quite right. It's the, no, no, darling, don't do it that way. It's the sound of someone not liking something. You didn't get the gold star. You have a deep, subtle, and all-encompassing feeling that you are a problem to be solved, that you are, at its core, not enough. And this feeling, which you could call original sin, is a very, very painful itch. It has nothing to do with apples and snakes and everything to do with the social game. It's like you're broken. So, what does a smart little monkey organism do when it feels bad? It chooses to fix itself. Being a good person is the name of the most popular repair kit on the market. We conclude that if this sensation of me as I am is profoundly uncomfortable and insufficient, then I will cease to be myself. I will turn into an idea. I will become a righteous man, a virtuous woman, and a spiritual person. I will be a perfect cast iron ideal, and this is the weight. The burden does not lie in performing good deeds. The hard part is figuring out who it is. It is a terrible job that requires 24 hours of work every day to keep the statue up. A man who is trying to be good is a man at war. First of all, he is at war with himself. He has split human nature, which is a wonderfully messy, spontaneous, energetic, and somewhat rapscallion thing, in two. He makes a good me and a bad me. The public relations officer is the good me. He's the one who is kind, patient, and generous, never has those bad, selfish, and naughty thoughts. The bad me is the guy who is stuck in the basement, the one who is angry, greedy, lazy, scared, or lustful. The good me works hard all the time to make sure that no one knows the bad me is down there, but the whole universe knows he's down there. Why? Because the good me keeps talking about him. A truly good person is obsessed with sin. He is fixated on the bad me, both within himself and in others. He has to be, because the bad me has to be there for the good me to be there. Avoiding the bad me makes up the good me. They are stuck in a painful hug that will never end. So, the righteous man is the man who is most divided. He is a civil war on foot, and the feeling of not being good enough doesn't go away. Oh my, it gets worse. Why? He knows he's a fake. In the quiet of his heart, he knows that he is figuring out how good he is. He knows that being generous is a way to feel generous, and that being humble is a way to feel humble. He is trying to be honest, and the moment you try to be honest, you are by definition dishonest. The double bind is a well-known term. In this case, you have to break the rule to follow it. You have to be spontaneous. Well, just give it a shot. Go ahead. I tell you to be spontaneous right now. Look, it goes away as soon as you try. You have to love. But if you are trying to love because you feel like you have to, or because you think it's the right thing to do, is it love? Or is it a very smart copy? You have to be your true self. But if you think you know what your true self is and are trying to be that, you're just acting in a different role. You just traded the iron statue for a wooden one. The good man is now caught. The more he tries to be good, the harder it is for him. And that effort is what makes you feel fake. The feeling of not being good enough is the effort. The cure is the disease's symptom that pretends to be the medicine. Isn't that great? It's the prettiest trap, and we're all a part of it. People tell us things like, you need to fix yourself and you need to get better and you need to get over your ego. But who is this you that needs to be fixed? Who is this I that is going to get rid of the ego? That I is the ego. The I is the feeling of not being good enough. The I is the feeling of being separate. The I is the work. It is like asking a thief to be honest when you ask the I to fix the I. He might be very smart about it. He might switch up his uniform. He may talk a lot about justice, but at heart, he is still a thief. He still plays, what can I get? His only game now is, what can I get in spiritual currency, in terms of moral currency. He wants to get a gold star from God, the universe, or his own internal judge, who is impossible to please. This is the heart of the burden. It is very stressful and hard to try to make yourself, of trying to lift yourself up by your own bootstraps when you don't even have any boots. So this poor, tired, broken soul, which is true for all of us at some point, seeks an escape. He works even harder. He thinks, oh, I get it. My past goodness wasn't good enough. It was still tainted by ego. Now I have to be truly humble and give up. He goes to a teacher, a new system, or a new way of thinking, and he tries to give up. He tries to put others before himself. He attempts to relinquish. But trying to let go is really just holding on in a very subtle way. This is how it is. You are stuck in one of those amazing Chinese finger traps. You put your fingers in, and the more you pull, the more you try to get out, the tighter the trap gets. Righteousness is like a Chinese finger trap for the soul. The work to get out, to fix, to cure, to improve the self, and to get rid of the feeling of not being good enough is what keeps you stuck. It is the lack. So the good man is stuck. He pulls and pulls, and the trap gets tighter and tighter. He feels more anxious, more alone, and more like a fraud. He turns into sharp. This is why I said he wears me out. He is angry because he is trying to be good. He is a good person. Every quill is a decision. I am right, and you are wrong. I am awake, and you are asleep. I am saved, and you are not. And he has to do this. His right falls apart if he doesn't have a wrong to push against. His sainthood doesn't mean anything if he doesn't have sinners. This is a terrible game to be in. There is no one around. It's chilly. The tower is tall and windy. And the good man is up there, alone, shaking, and completely sure he is right. But the universe is not a porcupine, even though it is very smart. The universe is not sharp. The universe is like a dance. It is the dance of this and that, of going up and down, of light and dark, of righteous and unrighteous. The universe needs what we call bad to know what we call good. It doesn't like one more than the other. The wave needs the trough to be there. There can't be a front without a back. You can't have a virtuous man without a sinner. They are the two ends of the same stick. They come up at the same time. They happen at the same time. And they are one process. The righteous man is the one who has grabbed the good end of the stick and is trying to beat the bad end to death with it, laughs. He can't understand why the bad end always swings with the good end when he swings it. He becomes more sinful the more he hates sin because his hatred is the sin. The problem is that he is divided. His badness comes from trying to be good. So, what should one do? If trying to be good makes you bad, and the break is when you try to fix yourself, what is left? What happens in the Chinese finger trap? It gets tighter when you pull. It gets tighter the harder you pull. You start to panic. You sweat. You curse the trap. You curse the guy who gave it to you. You curse your own hands. And then, maybe, you get tired. You just stop. You stop pulling. You take it easy. And in that moment of letting go and relaxing, you just push in. And the trapdoor opens. And your fingers are free. The weight of being right is the same. Don't try to be better. That's not the way out. Don't fight the lack of it. It is not to fix the broken self. The way out is to let go of the pull. It is to, for just a moment, stop trying to be something other than what you are. And what are you? Now, you are not the idea of yourself. You are not the story that you tell. You are not the righteous mask you wear or the inadequate monster in the basement. You are soft sound of breathing, this. You are the event. You are the feeling of air in your lungs. The sound of my voice is coming into your ears. You in-glove, out-glove. You are the whole area of awareness where all of these opposite ideas, good, bad, righteous, and broken, are flashing. They are flickering like ripples on a lake. The good person is the one who is frantically trying to stop the pond from rippling. He is trying to smooth out the water. He wants a surface that is completely still, completely reflective, and completely good. And of course, all of his ironing, everything he did, is what causes the ripples. The feeling of not being good enough, this brokenness that we are all trying to get away from. What if it isn't an issue? What if it doesn't fail? What if it is just a wave? What if it's just a feeling like warm, blue, or tingly? It's just a taste of being alive. When you look at this, when you realize that your inadequacy isn't a fact about you, but a judgment you learned, a game you learned. So who else needs to be fixed? Who else has to carry the load? The I who thought he was broken. The I that was trying to be good. You see, he was the problem. He wasn't carrying the load. He was the one. He was the work. He was the one who pulled. He was the stress. And when you let go, when you stop feeling like you are the tension, he just goes away. He goes back into the pond. And what is left? What is going on? Is it being selfish? If I stop trying to be good, won't I just turn into a monster? Won't the bad me in the basement come up and destroy the house? This is the great final terror of the righteous man. He thinks that the only thing keeping the world together is the terrible work he does, that his worry is what keeps the stars on their paths. Laughs. But look, the bad me is in the basement. You locked him down there, so he was only bad. He wasn't bad at all. He was just power. He was being alive. He was the rough, random, and unpredictable beat of life. And when you locked him up, called him inadequate and sinful, he turned into a monster. He became a monster of repression. He hit the pipes just because you were trying to act like he wasn't there. When you stop pulling, when you stop judging, when the I that is the fixer goes away, you don't have to deal with chaos. You are left with all of it. The good me and the bad me, the rightness and the wrongness. You can see that they are one energy. They are the same thing. The bad me was just the good me's shadow. And when you look at the shadow, when you let go of everything, the bad me is not a monster anymore. He is just you. He gives you energy. He's your strength. He's your ability to act on the spur of the moment. He's the juice. And the good me, he is not a mask anymore. He isn't a stiff, nervous, prickly statue anymore. He just your shape. He is your model. He's the dance. And so you find out something very surprising. You find out what is called virtue that comes from within. You are kind to others, not because you should be, not because it's a righteous way to show you're not bad, but only because being kind is the most natural, obvious, and smart thing to do at that moment. You don't have to try to be nice anymore, so it flows out of you. You end up being kind, not because you're thinking about how much you'll get in heaven or how good you'll feel about yourself, but because you realize that you and the other are not really two different things. That giving is the same as getting, that it's all one stream. You see, the man who is trying to be good is blocked. He is constipated by himself. He can't love. He can only do something that looks like love, but is really self-improvement. But the one who has let go, the person who has seen the joke of being right, watched the game of not being good enough. He is nothing. And since he is empty, he is full. He is full of the whole dance. He can be mad, and he can be kind. He can be serious or completely silly if he wants to. He doesn't fear any part of himself anymore because he knows he isn't one. He is aware that he is the whole field. The weight is gone, not because you got rid of it, but because you woke up and saw you never had it with you. The dream was the weight. The dream was that you were inadequate. The dream was that you were broken. The dream was that you needed to be righteous. And you wake up from that by touching it. You wake up by letting the feeling of not being good enough, the feeling of being broken to be fully here. Don't fix it, don't try to fight it, don't think about it, and don't try to hide it by acting righteous. Just pay attention, touch it. Let that old heavy feeling of I'm not good enough go. Just be, and you will see. It's just a feeling. A cloud is going by. It's not you. That cloud is passing through you. And the clouds don't bother the sky. They don't bother the sky. A dark cloud doesn't mean the sky isn't good enough. The sky just lets. And in that allowance is the most deep and the most simple, a kind of peace. The weight of being right is not being the sky. It is the insistence that I am this little cloud, this white, puffy, good little cloud, and I must never be a dark cloud. What a lot of work. Just be the sky and let the weather in your life, the good and the bad, the happiness and the sadness, let everything happen. You will find it's not a problem at all. It's just the great, booming, perfect rain.